December 19th, 2013 was the day that a small group of programmers hacked one of the world's largest retailers, Target, and managed to get away with it. The attackers exploited weaknesses in an external vendor security, weaponized point-of-sale systems, and took advantage of negligence from the Target cybersecurity team. They installed malware that utilized RAM scraping, an intrusion into the random access memory that allowed them to collect unencrypted plaintext data from over 110 million credit and debit card accounts, which they can then transfer to an external database and do whatever they like with. Usually this means selling the information on the black market, where buyers can use the credit cards to purchase assets that they will then sell for cash. It's a lucrative business, but the high risk of failure and getting caught means these attacks must be meticulously planned and executed. Months before the breach, the attackers gained access to Target's internal network by stealing credentials from a refrigeration company, Fazio Mechanical Services, that had access to Target's system for electronic billing, contract submission, and project management purposes. The attackers had essentially just found a backdoor into Target's kingdom. You see, Fazio Mechanical Services didn't have the cybersecurity infrastructure that made Target nearly impenetrable. And in the world of tech, you are only as strong as your weakest link. Big tech companies that I have worked for in the past, especially those with government contracts, use different filter statuses for external and internal employees, often requiring secure badges for access to internal sites with proprietary information. If Target had this system in place, they may have been able to avoid the catastrophe that ensued. A few weeks before the breach, the attackers tested their malware on a small number of point-of-sale systems. They installed a tailored version of the Black POS malware, which utilizes RAM scraping to steal unencrypted data from point-of-sale systems. Black POS is a notorious strain of malware, capturing sensitive data from the magnetic stripe of credit cards as they are swiped. It then exfiltrates the data to remote servers controlled by the attackers, typically via encrypted channels to avoid any sort of detection. These attackers were smart and managed risk extremely well. They sat on the information they gained through their back door for months before testing their attack, and once the test was successful, they went for the full bounty. The sad part is that Target missed two crucial opportunities to stop the breach. The first was the initial breach of an external vendor, which we have already discussed. The second is a little less unforgivable. You see, Target had anti-intrusion software installed on their internal network, and it was going off during this time, sending multiple alerts to the cybersecurity team that there had been a breach in the system. However, due to negligence or simply not wanting to work, the cybersecurity team at Target chose to ignore it. This is one of the downsides of having such a big tech company. It's easy, especially in the IT department, to do the bare minimum while still appearing to meet KPI goals. Although we may never know exactly why the cybersecurity team neglected the attack, this could be a possible explanation. And as a result of Target's negligence and weak internal security, a small group of attackers managed to get away with one of the biggest heists of the decade. And it may have been commendable if it was only impacting the predatory credit card companies. Unfortunately, the bulk of the costs fell on both Target and its customers. Though Target attempted to deflect some of the cost by suing other companies, the end users were left to fend for themselves. And though several states filed lawsuits against Target, that money went to the state's treasury. Thankfully though, Target was able to establish a $10 million fund that helped nearly 250,000 consumers impacted by the breach. And according to CNN, the breach cost Target approximately $202 million in legal fees, settlements, and other costs. If you made it this far into the video and you want to enhance your resume with cutting-edge projects, check out Code Crafters. They have one of the most popular repositories on GitHub, and for viewers of this channel, there's an exclusive 40% discount available through the link in the description. Don't miss this chance to boost your skills and career prospects. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.